What's good, YouTube, and welcome. It's your boy vexyz, the Lurking Legend, and today we are doing a little bit of an earlier stream, doing an SBS Volume 2 for the Scarlet Pirates, and yeah, we stream a little bit earlier so that everyone can enjoy their Halloween tonight. Last time we did an SBS, we weren't able to do it live because my internet wasn't cooperating, but we are here and we're ready to engage with the chat. Thankful to everybody who is able to be here with me. Yeah, let's go ahead and say hello to some of our favorite crew members. Dill, how are you doing today? I mean, Phil, how are you doing today? Like actually they can't hear you right now because I'm a mess. Give me just a second. Try again.
He says it's double fruit.
Yeah, he was just using
I have
his
the double fruit active on the stream, so they just couldn't hear us. But so I'm feeling pretty good tonight, and King Calm is feeling rather anxious because he doesn't get to stab anybody tonight. But
oh wow,
we'll settle down a bit.
And then Pete, how are you today, brother?
I'm living the dream, man. You know, it's nice and chilly outside, getting real spooky for Halloween, so gotta love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then we've got brother Mikey D, aka Torimori. How are you doing, Brad?
What's up? Doing great. Excited for another SBS on this awesome Halloween. I don't know what the day's been like for everyone else, but it's been a really nice, serene autumn Halloween this year. So excited to spend some time with everyone this evening.
Yeah, it's been pretty chill. Pretty emphasis on the chill. You know, like it's freezing cold here where I'm at, but glad to hear it. And then I think brother Ragnar is still at work, but if you're able to tell us what's up, how you doing, man?
It is I, Count Azrael.
Oh wow, I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm feeling the vibes. Absolutely. Yeah, we did, like I said, we did a previous SBS and we answered some questions from people in the TLA Discord, link in the description. I also recently updated all of the upcoming and regularly scheduled TLA D&D streams, also linked in the description. But the last time we weren't able to do it live, so this time it's gonna be pretty special. I actually have a bit of a treat planned for whichever of our audience members asks the juiciest or spiciest or spookiest question. So what I was thinking is that whichever of our audience members asks the best question, we'll all vote by the end of it. I'm gonna go ahead and let them design a bad guy for me to throw at you guys. It won't be public, you guys won't know what's going on, but yeah, I'll get in touch with them on Discord, and yeah, I think that would be really cool. and we'll get to see what some of the audience members want to see you guys get involved with somewhere later down the line, so that'll be pretty cool. But I wanted to open it up with obviously some Halloween themed questions for the crew if you guys were feeling that. First off, to ask it to the whole group here, what do you guys think would be your go-to favorite candy while trick-or-treating in the spooky season?
Oh, I'm gonna start this one. You gotta go Kit Kats.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Kit Kats.
Kit Kats
Interesting.
or Twix.
And what about you, Mikey? What would if Davos were in the real in IRL? Like what do you think his go-to candy would be?
His would be the same as me, which is specifically the seasonal ones, but since it's Halloween, they're pumpkins. The white chocolate Reese's cups. The ratio of chocolate to peanut butter on the seasonal is out of this world. Let me just tell you, I love it. It's way better than the regular cups. And the white chocolate is just so, it adds like a real creaminess to the Reese's cup. If you haven't tried it, you got to try it. That's Davos' favorite Halloween candy.
Dang, all right. Hashtag not sponsored, but that's
legit fan service, baby.
Oh my goodness. What about Pete for Bang D Boom? Is it Pop Rocks or what? Like,
You know, Pop Rocks are a top 5 pick, but you gotta go with Butterfingers. It's gotta be Butterfingers because, you know, there's just so much fun that can be had. You accidentally drop bombs next to your enemies or accidentally lay traps, which I'm learning to build now. And so, you know,
I think that's hilarious.
there's just so much fun that can have being a little bit clumsy.
your number one reason for
butter
Bang D
fingers.
Boom's favorite candy is plausible deniability. I love it.
Right. It wasn't intentional. They just blew up. What do you want me to do?
Oh wow. And then for Lord Azrael, Ragnar, what would his favorite candy be? Is it Swedish fish or
Oh. Well, for Count Azra, favorite candy? That's a good question. I like gummy fish. You have gummy bears, you have gummy fish.
I like the gummy shark.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think that, let's see, for Scarlet, what would Scarlet's favorite candy be, y'all? What do y'all think? I'm thinking like the Symphony Bar, right? That Hershey's, not sponsored.
I was say hot tamales, you know, because they're red, they're spicy.
Oh,
What do
yeah.
they call what do they call that thing where you put vodka into the candy? What do you call that?
A crime for trick or treating. I don't know.
I think that would
yeah,
be Scarlet's best favorite one.
It's hilarious.
I was gonna say 100 grand.
Yeah, that'd be
100 grand.
I feel like that would be Dill's, based on his bounty.
Right. But I feel like hot tamales embody the true essence of Scarlet.
Fiery red, yeah.
Well, since Balinc's not here, we're just gonna go ahead and say candy corn, though. Hope everyone's cool with that.
Oh no!
Everybody's
Don't disgrace my captain like
Hey,
that.
at least I didn't say circus peanuts or like bottle caps or nothing like that. Like,
Bottle caps are decent though, better than candy corn.
I put them both in the exact same tier, so I mean, no comment. But the next,
Yeah, you can't tier list Halloween candy. You have to ladder system like actual rankings, put them in order.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to Who-Man in the chat. If you had any spicy questions, man, let it rip. If you wanted to also check out the Marines campaign, is they did a recording, and that should be, I believe that's getting posted on his channel, link in the description as well. But the next major spooky themed question that I had to pose for you guys is, what are the Scarlet Pirates costumes? I feel like Count Azrael is a little bit of a little bit already kind of like figured out, but yeah, like what would Bang D Boom's costume be, Pete?
Oh, it's got to be the Joker or a jester of some sort, if not the Joker, like a court jester type deal.
All right, that'd be sick. I can get like one of those buggy hats where you can string your dreads through it, and they're like hanging out the sides, like. And oh, go ahead.
Oh no! I said that's it. Yeah.
For Davos,
Yes.
what would Davos's costume be?
Oh man. I'm thinking he'd either. Okay, I'm gonna do two. When he's in his awkward middle school phase, he'd probably do like a Scream, like the killer from Scream. He'd probably do that. And then
Does he have a
now,
name? Is it like Ghostface or something? Or,
I
is
guess
that
it
his
is
name?
Ghostface. I don't
Yeah.
think they gave him a name in the actual movie, so I'm not sure. But I think it is like they call him
Ghostface.
And then like now where he is in the campaign, I think I'll try to even make it like One Piece Halloween themed. I think he'd go as like an offensive depiction of a celestial dragon. I think he would like put on all the airs, get like a friend who's good with makeup to do like a whole like make him like grotesque and have like snot dripping out of his nose, just like go the whole 9 yards and like really scandalize the Halloween party.
So like the political cartoon version of a celestial dragon.
Yeah, something like that. Like Verity, the orphan master, is like, thank God I didn't invite any Marines to this year's party, or we'd be fucked. Like
That's
that kind
of. And then what about NoChill Dill? Does he have a costume that he has in mind?
I think that I would want to portray one singular Marine.
Would you like to share that information with us?
Yeah, it would be the exact antithesis to me. He's the hero of the
John Ford?
Marines. I'm the hero of the pirates.
Oh dang!
It's John Cena.
Oh my goodness. So you would rice crackers in hand be, or would you go with? Yeah, you can go with like the Hawaiian shirt vacation version of your boy.
I would just be strolling around. If anybody wanted to fight, they'd be fighting with Wish Monkey D. Garp.
Oh wow. Crazy.
The hero of the Marines, as portrayed by the hero of the pirates.
Self-proclaimed. But yeah, no, I'm kidding. And then you would be.
You saw me fight that tornado. You had me fight that sandstorm.
Yeah, that was I didn't have you fight it. You chose to do that. That was all you, bro. But yeah, we were there. We saw that. I wish that was before we switched channels, right? I don't actually have that footage right now, but it was pretty crazy.
I think that was the last session. No, that was the last session before we did.
Rip. And then as far as Lord Azrael, are you going as like Count Dracula himself, or are you going as like something more like a One Piece themed vampire, or like what's going on with all that?
I am going as Patrick Redfield from the One Piece game.
Excellent. So you have like a little pen that has like bat wings on it as well, like that was like from a video game, right?
It was from a game, yeah.
Good callback, because we really haven't gotten much on canon vampires, but there's a lot of speculation about all of that. We did get a wonderful question.
Also, I have the footage you're talking about.
Nice. Definitely hit me up, and I will definitely get that clipped up, and I can put that on some as some shorts or something. I didn't know you had that footage. That's amazing. But we did get a wonderful question from Who-Man in the chat saying, what is each of the Scarlet Pirates' worst fears? I absolutely love that, because I have another D&D campaign that's very centered around worst fears. So this is like something I kind of have to think about for every NPC I make over there. But yeah, what are you guys most afraid of?
A dungeon.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, a gun jam. If my gun jam's up, like cannons.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I can see how that's definitely a big fear of yours. um, I think we have a pretty fearless bunch here, but yeah. As far
No,
as
I think Azrael has a deep-seated fear of birds that he doesn't want to admit.
I mean, he kind of came from the sky. That would be a little bit inopportune. But what about Davos? Do you have a greatest fear in mind for him?
Probably something like dying at sea with like no land in sight, like extra horizon line, or like getting eaten by a sea king, or like just dying early at sea, essentially.
Very morbid, but realistic. I could see that. What about for brother Azrael? Does he have any fears he admits to? Any greatest fear in particular?
One fear in story would be going back into slavery. Second would be Ragnar then dying.
Oof.
And then probably third would be losing any more arms.
Yeah, really good list there. I would say lots of good things there. That's crazy. But yeah, I don't think you got it. Ragnar and will outlive all of you. Just to let you know. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And then as far as Dill, does he have any greatest fears?
The inevitability of time.
Yikes. Okay, cool. So like entropy. Like no, I'm kidding. I was also thinking if you guys were to go trick-or-treating in the world of One Piece. A few questions off of that. Like if you could pick one character to go trick-or-treating with out of everyone in One Piece, who are you picking?
Luffy.
That's an easy pick, but okay.
Now, what's the dude from Marine Corps that was pulling hammers out of his chin?
The pocket guy?
Flamenco.
Yeah.
Flamenco.
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah, he got the infinite bag. Like you don't gotta wait. That's crazy. That's a really good answer, actually.
Pocket storage as a devil fruit. That is literally by far the greatest devil fruit.
I actually got that devil fruit in a different campaign I was playing in, and yeah, I didn't really get to bust it, like crack it wide open. But yeah, I was extremely excited that I got that devil fruit. It's really potentially insane, but also really good for trick or treating because you don't gotta like carry around a little pillowcase or anything like that. You could literally just clean people out, like.
So, Mr. DM, that's why I chose Luffy.
Yeah, but he's just gonna eat all the candy, like, and you won't get any of it.
But he can be a bad.
It's a valid concern.
What about torimori? If Davos was going trick-or-treating in the world of One Piece, or if you were, like, who would your one character be that you wanted to go trick-or-treating with?
Oh man. That's another one where I think I'm gonna do like as a kid, I think for me and Davos, Usopp. I think that would be a lot of fun. It's like as a little kid, him just like kind of running pranks. As an adult though, or like older, I would say probably like he'd probably want to run around with like some ladies, maybe like Vivi or Nami or something.
Okay, I see.
That's probably his Halloween vibes.
No Perona, like.
Not Davos vibe. She's not
Okay.
Davos.
I get you. What about for
Slide
about
me
Gold
Vice
Wizard?
Admiral Doll.
yo? Okay.
I want that though.
Wait,
What about
say
Gold- what about Gold
What was
Wizard?
any of that?
Oh, I was gonna take
No,
Gold
I
Wizard trick or treating, bro.
No. King Calm said, "Slide me Vice Admiral Doll."
Bruh.
Hey, there you go.
If we're just handing them out, like, no, I'm kidding. As far as for Ragnar, who would Lord Azrael prefer to go trick or treating with? I almost said fishing. Oh my god.
I have two answers to this. If it's for me getting candy, I would go with Anya.
Okay, so
If it's
like
for
from group 3.
Anya from Group 3. And if it's like me being my character, like what I would do, I would probably go with Simia or Softy Boy, so we can tell all the children that candy rots your teeth. So here's some floss or something like that.
So
what
you'd
about
be the
like
villain.
yeah? What about like canon One Piece characters? Is there any of those that stand out to you?
Yeah, there was one. I want to go with Moria because we could just have the zombies go to all the houses on the block at once.
That's not bad. Yeah, I was thinking as far as like the scary factor, Moria is pretty up there. Also like Magellan, but he'd have to go run to the
Magellan,
can every other house, right?
He'd want poison candy. He would ask for expired candy. I would be like, no, I'm not sure I like that.
I mean, Pero's Sparrow. Like, no, keep him away
Ooh,
from
that's
the
a good one.
kids. Keep him away from the kids.
Sure.
But
100%.
Yo, could you imagine going with Big Mom though? Imagine how didn't have candy.
Bro. Nah, they were
I don't know
like,
about
here's a
none of
gummy
that.
bear. What a gummy bear.
I think it'd be cool because, if you're living in a bad neighborhood, you can go trick or treating with Katakuri. He can turn all them jelly beans into weapons, right? Like, it's some defense, That's crazy. I'm thinking of like other One Piece characters that would make good trick or treating, buddies. Kind of anyone from Thriller Bark, because they got like the built-in costumes and whatnot, like
Except Absalom.
Yeah, except Absalom. Definitely good call there. What about like Bon Clay? Because he can just steal people's costumes, right? Like or like Katarina Devon. Except she might try to
could
fight.
go to the same house back to back, getting different candy, and they wouldn't even know it's the same person.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that's the hacks, right? Like at Katarina Devon's fruit, she could do the same thing.
You're the 15th Harley Quinn I've seen tonight. Are you okay?
Bro.
Hey, you can go with Bonnie. You guys can probably get more candy because I'm like, hey, aren't you a little old to be trick or treating? Not anymore, okay?
That's also like a good pick, but again, it's like in the same boat as Luffy. Like you're not gonna get any of that candy. It's all going to her. Same as Big Mom too. I think like you're
That's
not
a
gonna
valid
get any of
point.
that. As far as
Steven, that's
while
the
we're
thing,
on
though.
the
You can't take Big Mom trick or treating though. She's taller than all the fucking houses.
as far as while we're talking about trick or treating though, I wanted to ask you guys what you thought. Which island on One Piece do you think would have the best candy?
Oh, any one of Big Mom's islands.
I mean, are you sure? Because didn't she have like a whole factory built at Fishman Island? Because that was like.
That's what I was gonna say. It's Fishman Island. It's like, look, Big Mom outsourced candy.
Yeah, she outsourced it, man. Like, I don't know if Toto Land is, and plus, I think that would just be like if we were talking about one individual island, like Toto Land is like they got like an island of cheese and an island of like rum and stuff like that. They do have an island of candy, but like you gotta think.
Was that really her outsourcing, or was that just her collecting a tribute for defense, like the world government does?
No, it was straight
Sorry,
outsourcing.
that was King Kong speaking.
She got like extremely upset whenever they couldn't get the candy shipment in. Like that was definitely outsourcing, man. Like my theory on that was that a lot of the food around Toto Land is not actually food. Because like Strusen might have had something to do with all that, and if it is, then like all of that's tasteless. You know what I mean? Like there's probably some of it that's actually real. Like we know that like Pudding had to like remake her house out of chocolate and stuff like that, but like some of that is gotta be some devil fruit nonsense, and in that case it's probably not gonna taste as good, right? Anyone else have any other?
If you got Parasparrow, you don't really need to go trick or treating.
It's true.
Candy.
But what about Davos? Does he have a desired spot to go trick or treating on?
Probably just all the rich orchards in all the areas there with the gang.
I know where.
He knows that.
He's gonna go to Boeing Archipelago to trick or treat.
Yeah, where all the rich magnates and the orchard owners and the politicians go for their holidays. Yeah, they give out the best candy out there. He goes there every year. Couple different costumes. They don't recognize people. You make him wrong.
I think like Ruskina would be one of the worst places, right? Like shout out to Dende Kushi in the chat. If you have any questions you wanted to ask the whole crew, let us know, man. As far as
wouldn't Sabaody be a fun one?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Sabaody.
They had the Mizu candy there, right? Like so that was like, and then there's also like on Wave area they have cloud candy. Like yeah, so there's a couple like interesting places
missing
to trick or
out
treat.
The best candy in One Piece. Y'all literally missing out the best candy in One Piece.
Hit me with it.
The candy so addictive children would literally die for. Caesar clowns.
Oh my god.
No.
We need some of that.
No. Hold on. If we're gonna be real, we should talk about Elbaf and some Semla.
I mean, it's like a cake, right? I don't know if that's a candy, but yeah, I get you. No, that is by far the best and worst answer, Ragnar. Congratulations. That is so terrible.
I mean, that was Lord Azra that said it. I can tell.
This man said. So he's going to Punk Hazard to trick or treat. That's amazing.
I mean, think about it. We can go to Punk Hazard, and it looks completely natural.
Oh my goodness. And then yeah, I was thinking also, what do you guys think your character's favorite horror movie or Halloween themed movie would be? Not everybody all at once.
That's a tough question. Is it Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
That is kind of both, I think. Is that Bang D Boom's top one?
Yeah, it seems very fantastical and creative. That's all I'm trying to be, you know? It can't really be.
What was the question?
What would Lord Azrael's favorite like Halloween movie or like scary movie be?
Oh. Okay, above table, me, I don't like horror movies, so I ain't got much foot in the water for the catalog, cause I'm a scaredy cat.
I think Lord Azrael would like the Saw movies. I'm gonna be honest, considering the Jinn Project.
Yeah. I was gonna get to that. If I was Azra, from what I know, stuff like Wrong Turn and like Pete said, Saw would probably be it for sure. Is there one I'm missing out?
Maybe a Frankenstein?
Not really Frankenstein, nah.
I'm trying to think if there's like a Then Kushi said paranormal black activity. I'm dead. But no, I'm thinking if there's like any like aquatic themed like horror movies. I mean like
Piranha.
yeah, like Jason Voorhees is like
I like piranhas.
but like the Halloween
That
movies
sounded like
themselves.
Azrael.
Like Jason Voorhees is like the worst matchup, right? Because he can't mess with water. Like if you like, I think you guys think that Lord Azrael could take Jason Voorhees. Like,
Oh yeah, 1010%. You gotta think about it. He may be like, it's been broken down. He's like 3 times stronger than normal humans. What is that to a 10 times stronger than normal human fishman? And then
It's
there's
true.
superhuman fishmen that are 10 times stronger than superhumans. Like,
Dead said
what is
Jaws. Jaws would be pretty good too, I think.
is Jaws really a horror movie though?
It's like suspense, I think. Yeah. Like
It would be a thriller.
for its time.
What about Mikey? I know you're kind of a movie guy. What would Davos's top horror movie be?
Oh, Den dropped it. It's Jaws. That's what I
for
was
sure.
gonna say already. Yeah, it's definitely Jaws.
That's fitting with your greatest fear as well. Maybe some foreshadowing. I mean, so Dill, what would your
All right, so above table, I fucking love every single horror movie that I've seen. My favorite one has to be the Insidious series, like all of them. Like there was a few of them that weren't good, but the Insidious scene, tiptoe through the window, is fucking amazing. My character though, The Conjuring, specifically because of the hide and seek game where they clap to give their locations.
Not a bad answer. Yeah. Now I'm realizing I'm definitely not big into horror movies either. So I am not even sure. Like that is definitely some good answers there for in character and out of character. Bang D Boom said The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's interesting. And then yeah, what would Lord Azrael's ideal haunted house be if he could? Like maybe if he were setting one up, or if you were going into one, what would be the ideal like haunted house, like or like spooky mansion kind of setup for Lord Azrael?
Probably one of those ones where you go into a cart and you go through like it moves you, and there's a bunch of holograms and pop-ups that happened, and all those pop-ups would just be different humans that he hates.
You mean just all humans, like except for like
Like no ghouls, no like vampires, just humans. Like all just humans.
Oh my goodness. What about for Dill?
I think that Dill would probably enjoy working alongside me in the hayride.
Oh, you're finally awake.
If-
No, I'm kidding.
If because for those that may not know much about me, last year I worked at a haunted house, and I worked in the hayride as a nightmare from just boogeyman essentially. I wore a black morph suit, and I feel like me and Dill would get into some serious antics.
And then for Pete, Bang D Boom, what would his like ideal haunted house be?
I think it would be a lot of the things that are very annoying to come across in the crafting process. Like you ever had a table that like one bottom part is like slightly shorter than the others, and it just keeps rocking.
Oh, and then like the faucet,
like-
they won't quit dripping. Like
Right, or just like a poorly crafted, like someone made a picture frame, but it's not actually straight. Or they tried to make a sword and it's got a little bend to it, not in a good way,
it's
And
like
so-
an unnerving, like altered reality kind of
Yeah.
haunted house. I
It's
get
just
you.
a house of pet peeves.
And then Davos, if he were to go into a haunted house or if he were to set one up, either way, like, what do you think his ideal haunted house would be?
I think it would be a corn maze.
Oh.
I think it would be like dynamic. Maybe there would be like interior parts, exterior parts, parts that go through the forest, parts that go into like the farmhouse. So I guess like a mixture of both, but like corn maze mostly.
Oh, that's a fantastic answer. Like, legitimately, corn mazes, like, IRL would probably, like, actually, like, spook me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not, like a super, like, you know, scarable guy, but you really never know what's going on, like, around each corner. And in the world of One Piece, I think that would be even spookier, because what if some dude has, like, the corn fruit, and he's, like, walking you in circles forever or something, like...
Oh God! Yeah.
No, what if he's
terrible?
What if he's got the corn fruit and he just tells bad jokes?
You mean like that one? Like, no. Oh
Hey,
my
you laughed. Couldn't be
goodness.
that bad.
An inspired way of interpreting a devil fruit.
That's crazy. I'm taking notes right now. You're giving me some good stuff.
Yeah.
But that's no, that was like honestly a really solid answer, because like, yeah, corn maze would definitely freak me out IRL. And I remember I was watching Children of the Corn when I was extremely young, and it definitely freaked me out. And that dude yelled,
Jeepers Creepers 2.
oh,
They're
for
stuck in the
sure.
cornfield, bro.
And then Denden Kushi asked, what candy do your characters have to give to kids at Halloween? We know your favorite candies, but those are the ones you're holding on to. What's the quick giveaways, like, or like the things that you would keep stocked up just to make sure you have to hand out?
Like Ed and Eddie sized gumballs.
Oh, the jawbreakers.
Yeah. Those, except they would be shot from a cannon, obviously, just to stay on theme. But Ed and Eddie size. Yeah, it'd be like one of those T-shirt cannons. So like, hey, if you catch it, you get to keep it.
It'd be like Garp after Eddie's lobby, like when they got back to Sabaody, but instead of a cannonball, it's just a gigantic jawbreaker that you lob at people.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm glad. I mean, like, let's see, if Bang D Boom ever gets a devil fruit, like, I'm definitely not gonna make it the Pero no Mi, because that'd be terrifying.
It'd be a menace to society.
Yeah, he's catching a case. What about Dill? What's your what? I know you said your number one candy, but what's your quick giveaway candy for all the kids that show up?
Melatonin gummies. I'm sorry.
Bro. Okay, so everybody catching a case. That's what's happening.
Everybody. I'm just trying to have some jovial fun. This man. Actually, we can't make those jokes on live. Let me stop.
Lobbing like meteor-sized jawbreakers. Yeah, we're having a blast. Like, for Lord Azrael, I know you're holding on to all the Swedish fish, right? Like, but what other candy would you have to give away?
The first mistake was expecting candy when you said trick or treat. I'm giving you a trick.
Oh God.
If anybody ever seen Medea, you know when she goes, yeah, trick. I'm doing a bunch of that.
Oh wow. I think it'd be like, with how many people you've stuck with syringes and stuff like that. Like, I'd be terrified to go trick-or-treating around your house. Yeah, that is like that scene. Was it Saw 2? That scene where she like falls into the bed of syringe. Bro, that's like that's some Lord Azra like level haunted house shit right there. What about for Davos? What's his quick giveaways? I know you're holding on to all of those. You said it was like white chocolate Reese's, the pumpkin shaped ones. You're not letting any of them slide, but what are you handing out?
I have like the Hershey's pack that comes with, I think it's like Kit Kat, Hershey's, a like crackle with the rice in it, Crunch with peanuts, and then like some gummy stuff too. Maybe like dots or Twizzlers. There's
Yeah,
a
you
little
can't forget
pack.
about the Mr. Good bar, right? Like
Yeah, that's in it too. Yeah. That's my favorite pack. So good.
And then let's see. I had another question.
I gave Scarlet all of my 1,000 grand.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think Scarlet's choice would be if she were to go trick or treating with anybody in the One Piece world?
Oh.
I feel like Scarlet and Frankie would have a blast. They'd be like TP in houses, like egging cars, mischievous, childish things. I think they'd have a great time.
I feel like Scarlet and Sabo would have pretty good conversations together while they're trick-or-treating.
That's interesting. And I don't know if we did what Scarlet's Halloween costume would be. What do y'all think the Queen is going as?
I think the answer to that question is also Garp.
I would also ask you to say that answer.
I know that's Balinc's top one, but for Scarlet, I'm not sure. I think with the whole Queen of the Cards thing, maybe she dresses up as like one of the cards from Alice in Wonderland or whatever.
I was gonna say that she actually like puts on a full pirate queen like outfit, like Luffy does in the cover stories, like Luffy with the Pirate King drip on the cover on the like Shonen Jump covers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get you.
Maybe Medusa turn the dreads into snakes, you know?
Hey, that's actually sick. That is crazy. I like that a lot.
But I did think alternatively, if King Calm was to dress up as Scream, you could call him Whisper.
Oh, wow.
Or Hush.
Well, if we consider the fact that Balinc's character is a Kuja, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Kuja.
No, she's not a Kuja.
No.
That was Tachi's character.
I was gonna say he dresses like Boa Hancock. That's what I did.
Hidden information, but yeah.
But yeah, like I think that would be interesting. I think the Medusa one goes extremely hard. Like that would be sick. That would be crazy. Maybe next year I'll get some alternate art made up for all of this. I was gonna try and get on it this year, but the new art like last week took me so long. I couldn't go down that rabbit hole again. Sorry guys. Yeah, I wanted to open it up to, we've had some lovely questions from the chat, and I've posed a few of my own. Did you guys have any questions that you all wanted to ask each other?
Yes. In the spirit of Halloween, Dill would like to ask Lord Azrael what his kill count is now these days.
Oh, Lord.
Throughout the campaign or throughout life?
The canon of Lord Azrael.
Life, I guess, yeah.
That's a hard question to answer, bro. Let me see.
He's got to count all his blood samples.
If I was killing on average, if I said I was killing on average,
what we need to see pop up on screen is Lord Azrael start counting on all of the fingers on all of his hands and realizing that he doesn't have enough hands.
He starts counting on his toes, like.
Listen to me, man. Let's just put that on some Vegeta stuff. Let's put a Vegeta in the corner that says, "Person is Scouter, it's over," and you know the rest.
Yeah. Okay. I think it might have stagnated recently, though, as you're being more experimental than lethal in certain cases, right?
Oh, 100% that's the case.
What about for NoChill Dill?
Because if we remember correctly, my background is torturer, so I had to kill many. But compared to now, where I'm just a doctor, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, y'all.
Yeah, you heal your enemies pretty frequently, so you know.
Yeah, that's only because now he has the knowledge of how to heal his enemies, which just makes it worse for his enemies.
Yeah, I'm interested in Dill's kill count. Maybe not his whole career, but it's actually extremely pertinent information to know, at least since Devil Fruit, you know.
In the canon, I think I have. Are we talking like killing blows? Or are we talking like assists and all? Like,
I mean, you can go back before canon, like before we started, like I would say specifically those that you've silenced. There's a number on that.
Oh.
Because it was reported, I believe, that you had fought in what, like 200 duels and never lost or something like that. Did I get the number wrong?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
No, I think I'm pretty sure it was 200. Better it was 100.
Yeah, that's canon.
But those I wasn't really trying to do it too much. Towards the end, I started picking up doing it, but it was probably only like 10 or 15 of those.
And so your little spooky silent specters that help you out with your sneak attacks. There's only about like 15 or 20 of them.
Yeah, because I've done it to like 2 or 3 in the story so far. The most powerful one that we have that follows me around is Shiver's annoying ass talking in my ear. You're not a gentleman.
Rip to my guy Feo, the Rust guy.
Who?
The Rust guy.
Who?
Okay, calm down. Mike Jones.
We never got his name. I'm sorry.
No, you did. On the Denden Mushi call, the other gentleman had said his name.
Yeah, he didn't tell us his name.
Why would he? He's a bounty hunter. Yeah, it's interesting. While we're doing, I guess, a little bit of an SBS, a peek behind the screen, I named him Feo because FEOH,
and then
like iron oxide, like rust, like the chemical composition of rust.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't just FEO.
Yeah, it's
we see you reap a corn fruit.
Yeah, bro. And I mean, and that's the thing too. Oda made it canon that there is a bad joke devil fruit. I just didn't know Vex was the one that had it.
Oh my goodness, you should have. But right, that wasn't an SBS that he did that because somebody said a bad. Like he's made a few. Like he made like the stinky one that makes somebody like. It's not the same as Anya's fruit. Like, shout out to Group 3, but he's made a few like SBS only devil fruits just to be snarky at some of the writers, which is so funny. But yeah, like a bunch of the people's names are like puns. That I'm just only gonna give you the ones that die, that can't So Feo is never gonna be able to shine, in the spotlight again. So I figured I could tell you guys now that we're in an SBS. That's why he had his name. It's because it's a pun on like the chemical composition of rust. Den asks who's got the lowest kill count. I think that has to be Davos.
Yeah, I don't know how many folks have killed off the top of my head.
Bro, I don't think it's any.
A couple, but
I don't think it's any. Like, you didn't even. There was a devil fruit user, and you shoved him into a barrel, like half content. You didn't even kill that guy.
I think I accidentally killed some people in the 3-session long battle, but I don't think Davos readily knew about it in the moment. I think he was more focused on the brutal deaths that
let's recap it then. In the ridiculously long battle, there were I think there were 12 or so combatants. I know that Leia was messed up by, I think it was a combination of you did not do the killing blow against Leia, but you did cut into her a bit with your Shigon, I think. Shout out to Cube of the Red Sea. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Yes, like D stream. But you didn't do the killing blow against Leia. Scarlet did the other killing blow against the chick who had the rifle. Azra, I think, messed up like 3 people by dropping them into water. Dill messed up that other guy with the gun.
And Leia.
Yeah, and I think he did do the killing blow on Leia. But no, like, I don't think Davos legitimately had any like final blows on anyone in that ridiculously long, like month-long combat.
I think I
wouldn't count one of those 3 because it wasn't me that killed them. The crabs did, technically, if you remember that.
You ordered them. You literally passed them around.
Hey, hold on. No. Hold on. So, if a mob boss orders a hit on you, does that mean the mob boss killed you? No.
No, but
plausible deniability.
Kind of, I think. Yeah.
Oh
He
my
has
goodness.
plausible deniability. He didn't pull the trigger.
And then even whenever you guys met up with Bang D Boom, and like, I know you didn't do the final blow against Shivers as Davos, and then the other guys that were, you know, that were on the boat when Bang D Boom arrived, I don't think Davos finished off any of them either. I don't think you have any canon actual like lives taken. So that's I don't know if Davos has ever done that, except for like a salamander or like or a
Is
basilisk.
Davos gonna be the gravy of our crew? Is Davos gonna be like gravy where in my past I killed 1,000 people, but once I joined you guys, I turned into an innocent old man that cooks?
Yo, shout out to Resage, One Piece D&D, true inspiration. But yeah, Gravy turned into a total like softie, you know, after a while. I don't know. Look, like I should rewatch through. I know in our first series of episodes, while we were on a different channel, I don't think Davos claimed any actual KOs. Like, but I'll have to peel through the more recent episodes. I don't think like I'm not even sure if you finished off any of the critters when you guys fought the basilisks. Are you going like a full pacifist route? Like, like this will be crazy. Shout out to my guy Nasty Ninja in the chat. Let's go. Thank you for showing up. Rosie says hi. If you guys can hear her in the background.
Rosie.
Yes, we can.
But yeah, if anyone in the chat wanted to ask any questions to the lovely Scarlet Pirates, we've just been talking a little bit about Halloween themed stuff, where they would go trick-or-treating, what their favorite candy is, who they go trick-or-treating with, and their costumes and things like that. If anyone had any other questions, feel free to ask in the chat. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, whoever has the spiciest or juiciest question, I'm going to let them actually design a villain for the Scarlet Pirates to face off with eventually, one of these days. So yeah, post them in the chat, and we'd love to ask. I'll ask them away. We'd love to hear what you guys have to ask. But while we're waiting on that, is there any other questions that the crew might have had for each other?
I have one for Bang D Boom.
I'm all ears.
What is Blasty's costume?
Oh, Bang D Blast? Yeah.
A shopping cart? I don't know. Like,
No, because you know, if I'm doing the jester type thing, I might have to dress him up as a Jack in the Box. You know,
Ooh,
just
that's
some of
actually
my
really
shoulders,
solid.
like one of my. Yeah,
it
might
pops
do that.
open and the cannon head pops out.
Or you know that lamp from the beginning of like Pixar movies that like jumps on the eye.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Yeah, we might have to do that just to shout out tiny built objects.
Yeah, and the reason, chat, that we haven't asked what Ragnar's costume is because that was actually put up in a community post. Ragnar is going as Emu. So check the community post on my channel if you want to see that. It is hilarious.
And for all you power scalers, just know Ragnar solos evil.
Oh yeah, Ragnar outlives all and predates all. Denden Kushi asked who's most likely to egg someone's house on Halloween. It's Dill. It's gotta be.
What? Wait, hold on. Dill or Dill?
Bruh. Going again with the what's with this crew and the plausible deniability over here? But I mean, I think we can all agree that NoChill Dill is the most likely to egg somebody's house, right?
If I can make an egg shooting cannon.
Oh yeah, like an egg explosion.
Yeah, like a Gatling egg gun.
Leave them shell shocked. Oh god, no, no! We started the egg puns.
Bill and Bang are going to be cooking up a Halloween trick for some people.
To execute his enemies?
We got yolks, guys. We got yolks. Oh my goodness. And then Who-Man asked, who is the most and least likely to survive in a zombie apocalypse? Excellent question. Oh my goodness. What do y'all think?
So, if I'm going to be 100% honest, I think the first one among the crew that would get changed would be Lord Azrael, because he would be trying to heal the zombies.
No, but if you think about it, like in like Final Fantasy rules, you cast a healing spell on a zombie, it deals damage. Actually, like
yeah,
it actually like
healing spells do damage to undead.
See, I was thinking that, but if you think about it more, they're just going to stop falling apart.
Well, it's like multiplying two negative numbers. You know, it ends up working out.
I think Lord Azrael might last actually a ridiculously long time in a zombie apocalypse. You know, he'd be having a whole lot of fun. But I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Davos is too nice.
I'm gonna be fair. Yeah, I think I would last the longest for one. I think this would be the best world ever. What? Clients that never die?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Just be eternally experimenting. Yeah, that'd be insane. I think Dill would also last a pretty long time based off of his body composition.
Could he just stealth everywhere?
Well, it's like
that too.
He's just like the thing is like his.
I have no blood.
He has like exo armor.
Crazy.
Yeah, so he doesn't have like the bloodstream, and if they try to bite him, it's not even gonna like pierce his skin, most likely.
I think Blast D Boom lasts longer than Bang.
Right. See, what you got to realize is the scariest thing in a zombie apocalypse isn't the zombies; it's the people.
All right, you mono reader.
Nah, the scariest thing in a zombie apocalypse is actually Ragnar, who outlives you all, like I said previously.
Well, I think that's a given. But if you're on if you got favor of Ragnar,
What about Davos? Like, how does Mikey? Mikey, how do you think Davos fares in a zombie apocalypse? Be honest.
Honestly, with a crew, odds are pretty good. If we're a tight-knit crew, we keep our shit tight, I think he stands a chance. Alone, it's either bites or madness. Like, it's not going good.
Yeah, I could see, you know, like in The Last of Us, when they set up like a whole compound and so, like I could see like Bang D Boom like setting up like a whole perimeter and like having like landmines and shit, like, and he'd probably do pretty well.
Yeah, turn it into a tower defense game, basically.
That's a good analogy. Just keep your shit tight. Perimeter.
All right. But I think Davos, while he might have survival skills, I think because he's so nice, he would like stop and try to help somebody that fell when they were running from the zombies, or like, you know, like, you guys go ahead, I'll hold them off, like, type thing. And that's just not, that's not me.
But that's an excellent question posed by Who-Man. I think that might be my favorite one so far of the night, honestly. So it looks like Who-Man might be the front runner for designing a bad guy to throw it at y'all. I don't know how you feel about that, but
that's awesome.
But yeah, if you guys had any other questions to ask the crew, let's hear it. Fire away.
This one is for Davos. What is your favorite Halloween party drink?
You say drink or trick?
Drink.
Like a warm fireball cider.
Oh,
I think that's the vibe on Halloween.
clear up your sinuses.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, shout out to
lot of it.
Balinc's DM of Group 3 and Group 6 in the chat. We're firing questions away, brother. If you had any we wanted to ask the crew, feel free to drop it in chat. Whoever has the spiciest question will get to design a bad guy or a villain to throw at the Scarlet Pirates eventually. So, but right now, Who-Man is the front runner. If you got anything else that's if you got anything you think you can top, who would survive in a zombie apocalypse, let me know in the chat.
I have a question for both Mr. vexyz streamer and the god of this realm.
All right, I guess I'm qualified to answer on account of at least one of those things, but yeah.
Hey, whoa. Other than that, what is the worst thing you could see happen in a campaign?
Okay, so above game as vexyz, the worst thing that I think could happen for a campaign, there's a lot of really I've heard a lot of like TTRPG like horror stories, but most of them start with either like a lack of communication between the players or between the DM as well, but more common than any of that is that something absolutely terrible happens due to some dice rolls that are unforeseen while the party is split. That would be just absolutely devastating. I feel like there's a lot of really, really terrible things that can go down, but I think that like splitting the party is kind of like classically known in most circumstances as a bad call. And just seeing only part of the party reunite up with the rest of them and then them having to explain all that would be such a nightmare to just force onto an unknowing player to have to roleplay. I think it would just be like a total buzzkill all around. So I mean, I think that would be pretty absolutely terrible. But within game, as just somebody, behind the scenes who in canon, I think one of the worst things that could happen would be, I don't know, like some punch drunk crazy crackhead just showing up and awakening his devil fruit and shattering the red line and destroying all of the systems that try to hold this world in place. I mean, that would be kind of beneficial in certain fronts, but then you got to think about the rising tides across the world and the tsunamis that would ensue and things like that. It'd be utter devastation for everything but Fishman Island.
Unless
can't wait
it
to
was
see if how that all goes down.
that it was tracked.
I have a question.
Then all the rebel would just.
Or actually, there's something different. If somebody just gets like a giant rubber, massive hand and just reaches up into the sky and just pulls the moon down and crashes it in and then destroys it. That would be even worse, maybe. If we're talking about worst case scenario.
Wow. Yeah, I do have a question for King Kong. So who do you think would win in a sword fight between King Kong and a pre-time skip Zoro?
I'm gonna answer this as Dill and as Phil. So Phil would understand that Zoro is at the same caliber as Dill. So it would be a very even fight, realistically.
I don't know, man. If I had to stat block it out, I'm putting if Shellstown Zoro.
NoChill Dill were to say it, hands down, it's gonna be Dill.
Yeah, but you gotta think Shellstown Zoro is completely different from Nothing Happened Zoro. I think nothing happened Zoro is kind of as strong as he was because he was still recovering from that and all of Sabaody. So his pre-time skip is still a pretty wide berth as far as Zoros go, you know.
Right. Well, very, very early, you know, like Arlong Park, we'll say, is the cap.
I think Dill could probably take Zoro at Arlong Park as is right now, considering like everything that went down last session. But if we're talking about like versus Mr. One, ain't no way right now. Like, you know, like that was a completely like Zoro unlocked some finesse there that I don't know if Dill could keep up with. But that's an interesting question. While we're on that line of thinking, Blinka's in the chat said, are there any notable pirates, marines, or other prevalent figures that the Scarlet Pirates and its members are weary of or have their eyes on? Just like you guys know the time frame, you know, this is right after Roger's execution and the dawn of the Golden Age of Piracy. There's a bunch of rookies taking to the seas right now. You guys have probably heard of a few of them if you keep your eyes on the papers. And like yeah, who do you think 24 years back would be some notable figures you guys would want to keep an eye on or stay away from?
Are we talking about things people my character would know, or just?
Yeah, I mean, well, just like above game, like or even within, you know, you can answer as Pete or you can answer as Bang D Boom. Either way.
Well, I think as a Bang D Boom would be very interested to where he's not really like not necessarily wary, but very interested to interact with, you know, a prime Tom.
Oh yeah, that's a great answer.
I think that. Like a prime Tom would be very interesting to interact with, but I think he would definitely be wary of someone like Rayleigh, because Rayleigh seems to not like to pay for stuff and or rob people so he can pay for drinks. Yeah, and I don't think that would be great for my business model.
Tom might be one of the best answers because, like, yeah, don't you come from a family of shipwrights? They would have definitely known of the galley law, you know, like line and things like that as well.
Mm-hmm. What about I would love to study under Tom.
What about for Davos? Are there any big fish he's heard swimming about that he might want to target or stay the heck away from?
I mean, he doesn't keep up with the news too much, but he's also not like totally unversed. So he knows like the big three right now: Garp, Sengoku, Suru, but like he doesn't really expect to see them anytime soon. The Navy in general, he doesn't really know many people like that. I mean, he idolized Roger. He probably knows about like Rayleigh and Scopper. I don't know if he's wary about them. He might want to meet them at some point, but the world's kind of like wide open except for really the one half of the island we're headed to. I guess there are some folks there I don't really want to see, but that's more of a proximity thing than like than a them thing or anything like that. Like anything to be scared of. I just
yeah. I feel like
yeah,
as a local in the north,
it's been a time since I've seen you.
Yeah, I feel like as a local of the North Blue, you would probably be pretty weary of, I would say, Doflamingo. He's pretty young at the time of Roger's execution. I think he's 17 years old right now, but he has had plenty of time to build the family. We know that they are around at this point in time, but they're not as prolific. But and they're definitely not in the New World. They're actually currently in Spider Miles, which is an island in the north. So you might have heard about him as like a big shot rookie. Although he himself is not in the north at this point in time, because he was at Roger's execution, so that would put him in the East Blue. His reputation is in the north, and he's beefing with Vice Admiral Suru for like the next 10 straight years or something like that, according to his lore. So, as a local of the north, I know you would probably have heard about him at least once or twice recently.
Yeah, I think even still at this point, it's a little in one ear, out the other. I don't know if that name means much to Davos at the moment, beyond like, oh yeah, I've heard about him. But yeah,
And then
it's a good point.
what about Ragnar for Lord Azrael? Are there any big fish that he might have heard about or wants to check in on or like stay away from?
Well,
Tell me why it's fish or tiger.
If it's people I keep my eye on the news out for, it would be a pirate I met back in the day. Well, was he a pirate back in the day? I would say there would be the Blotto Pirates. That's in world canon. But
I believe who you're mentioning is a freedom fighter back in the day.
yes, back in the day. But
You're
if I'm
keeping an
keeping my eye on the news,
Yeah.
if I was keeping my eye on the news, I would have found out later on. You know what I'm saying? That So
Yeah, I
it
get
would
you.
be the Blotto Pirates. But if we're not doing like within that realm of story world and we're doing like the One Piece world, if there was anybody I'm keeping my eyes on currently, it'd be Jinbei, Knight of the Sea.
Oh yeah, this is before he's dubbed the first son, right? The first son of the sea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be like Arlong or Jinbei or Fisher Tiger or something like that, but yeah, that's great answers there. And then I think I already know Dill's answer. But I think he might stay silent on the matter, which is very in character.
Phil is going to say that I kind of want to see him meet with this new Marine group.
Oh, yeah, you heard about some massive, large dugong making some waves, right?
Yeah, even before he became a Marine.
That's hilarious. For
That's just
context, in Group 6, your character is a Wotan Kung Fu Dugong, like half Kung Fu Dugong, half giant.
Correct.
That's such a solid answer. I never even considered Marines.
Another question from Blinkas was, let's see. There's a couple of them here. When's the last time each of the members of the Scarlet Pirates were reduced to tears? Oof. I feel like Davos might have shed a tear when he read the news of Roger, maybe.
Yeah, I was
Probably when I lost my leg.
probably pretty recent. It was when we were at the bar and heard the news, and they actually had the videos set up in the town square, so we watched it. And it was kind of like we were there, I guess, in a way. But yeah, that was when Davos last shed a tear.
And then Pete, you said when Bang D Boom lost his leg. I think I heard that.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah. Like when I lost my leg, obviously a very painful experiment. We made the most out of it, But yeah, lost one of three. So tough.
Oh my god, bro. What about Dill? Does he even have tear ducts?
He does. It's not tears that come out though.
Like oil
It
or
was-
something?
It was after the sandstorm.
Oh, okay. Nice. So fairly recent for you and for Davos. What about Lord Azrael? Does he have any tearful stories that he remembers? What would be the most recent?
Well, the last time I shed tears like that was actually Dill was there. It's in our backstory, where his not bloodborne sister, but someone he considered a sister, was brutally executed in order to save me from slave traders that I was trying to hide from at the time. And I found out from Ragnar then through a recording and saw the whole thing happen, and that's when Dill came back and we met each other. And that's our backstory. That's how we became brothers. So that was the last time I cried.
Lord,
I can remember, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's been a minute then, because I think that was a couple years back in what I remember from the backstories, right?
Yes.
And you guys had been split up ever since, and then we got that reuniting moment where you guys saw each other at Port Delfina, Scarletta, sorry. Another another wonderful question from Balincc is, what is each member's favorite Drake song? Oh my god.
Drake. Drake.
Hey, I'm just the messenger. I am just the messenger
for
here.
For Bangy Boom, it has to be I'm going in. You know, it's great hype up music when you're really heavy in the crafting zone, and you just got to go Wayne on there to make sure the quality remains where it needs to be. It's just fantastic work. So yeah, I'm going in.
What about the rest of you guys? What would your character's favorite Drake song be? It could be a feature too. I'll say that. I'll call it audible. It could just be a feature, but any song with Drake on it. What would the top one be for Davos?
Yo, someone else go real quick. I forget the name of it, but when you said features are allowed, I knew instantly what it was.
Okay, Dill. Phil, does Dill have a top Drake track?
Phil's answer is the same as Dill's. Drake.
Oh my god. Lord Azrael, what are you bopping? What's your top Drake track?
My character doesn't listen to human music, especially the worst kind of human music, Canadian ones.
Oh my god. Bro.
Well, I think for Scarlet, it would be the motto. You only live once. Seems like word Scarlet lives by every day.
For the DM, the answer is November 18th, because it was funny watching Drake try to pretend like he's from Houston.
Yeah, I was gonna say either way, Davos is more of a Kendrick guy, so it was perfect you said feature. I am a little I've been smoking a little for Halloween. You're gonna hate me. It's Poetic Justice.
Oh.
I forgot what the name was. I had to look that up, but yeah, that's what it would be.
Oh man, moving right on to the next question, because that one was took up entirely too much of our time. So what would each member like inscribed on their tombstone if you could have like an epitaph as is? Don't think about like some fairy tale future that hasn't happened yet, but like as is, if you were to get ripped right now, like what's read on your tombstone? That's a question posed by Kev as well. Like this guy's hitting them today. Gotta love it.
If you're reading this, run your pockets.
Oh my goodness. I think for Dill's tombstone, it would just be like quotation marks with dots in the middle and no actual word. It's just silence. Like,
I was thinking that, or I was thinking the rest symbol in music, or I was thinking make sure Roshinate doesn't get my fruit.
bro.
The ellipses and the rest symbol were from Dill, and Phil was saying make sure Roshinate doesn't get my fruit.
Nice. Lord Azrael, what would you have inscribed on your tombstone if you were to pass right now?
Here lies the embodiment of hatred towards humans.
What about you, Davos? Oh my goodness.
Probably Bow Davos, Son of Verity, Lover of Many.
Pause. No, I like it. I think probably the most One Piece flavored tombstone would be like all it says is to be continued. Like, I think that would be sick. But Yeah, I love all those answers. What do each member's morning routines look like? I think we've covered a little bit of this in the previous SBS. Like I know that Davos is he's an orange juice kind of guy, right? And he like straightens up his hair and like does some stretches. I don't remember everybody's morning routine though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously stretching my legs is a very important part of my routine with the whole, prosthetics and all. But there's always a little bit of make some time for blueprint drawing. Gotta keep the fresh ideas on paper.
Hey, which one?
All three,
Bro. And then
I had to lean away to make it sound like I shouted from the back of the room.
bro. Den getting absolutely unhinged with some of these questions. We're not gonna be like Rustage and roll for dick size. Sorry, I'm gonna leave that all up to the imagination. And then Kev asked what your second favorite Drake song is. We're just gonna breeze right past that one, respectfully.
Disrespectfully. Drake!
if we do roll for that, I'm definitely casting Bless on myself first. And not you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, fuck you,
no.
I don't have spell slot.
That was actually like a thing they did in the Rustage D&D campaign, which is hilarious because in the Marines campaign, that's like all the chat says is like roll for dick size, roll for dick size. Like his chat is wild, bro. It's hilarious.
Hold on.
Shout out to SSJ and Cody talking about the Will of D in the chat right now.
I had a question earlier. I dropped it in the chat, but if everyone here were to be like not their characters, but to be a Halloween monster, what would it be?
Oh. Oh, what's it called? Jason Voorhees.
With a peg leg. Would you have like a machete as your leg?
Yeah. Oh no, it'd be a harpoon. You got to keep the projectile aspect. It'd be a better version. Like you remember what was it when he was in space or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Jason Voorhees definitely, because he seems to be undefeatable by humans. So,
Hey, Pete, you might need Bless. I rolled a 17 without it.
Oh my god, you rolled for dexterity?
I rolled a dexterity check.
Oh my goodness, that is y'all are wild. What else? What other Halloween monsters are we thinking? I think Scarlet.
I think I would be
be
Frankenstein.
Yeah, that would be really good actually. You just put get some stitches drawn by your arms.
Yeah, I think Scarlet would be a great vampire. Like not one of those snooty vampires, like a real thing out here tough.
Like a grim dark, really.
Well,
yeah, I get you. Like I was just thinking about it. Like Lord Azrael would be really freaking good at making costumes. He's got the 4 arms and he's like proficient with like stitching and things like that'd be hilarious.
Hey, we could collab for a crazy
D with the stitch fruit. That's insane.
Don't mention the stitch fruit. Who man's gonna run away? From the chat.
Would Lord Azrael ever dress up as a fighting fish for Halloween? I think that'd be pretty scary.
I probably wouldn't, but I would definitely bring one with me to go trick or treating. I'll probably like Dillinger.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, if there were any other crew questions that we had for each other, because I think I got through all the ones in the chat. Thank you again, everybody, for being in the chat. By the way, we love you all. Make sure to like the stream and definitely go check out all the wonderful links in the description. You can catch SSJ Cody live doing his upcoming TikTok D&D group that he's got. Who man said the retcon fruit? Oh my goodness. definitely check out all of the wonderful links in the description. Like I said, get into the Last Arc Discord if you want to be a part of some of this as well. We can grab the D&D nerd roll and we can get you set up. But yeah, if you guys had any other questions to spit to each other, feel free.
Oh, I had a non-Halloween related one. I just wanted to know, what is everyone looking forward to most for the Grand Line?
Excellent question.
I'm looking forward to going back.
I'm hoping to figure out more about my history. I still don't know really what I am, to be honest.
I think you might get some of that before the Grand Line, but definitely a good spot for some of that as well. About halfway through the Grand Line, yeah.
Davos is to see the One Piece. Trying to find that bitch.
Yo, good luck. But yeah, I like that. What do you think Scarlet's number one thing about going to the Grand Line would be?
To establish her kingdom.
Oh yeah, that too.
The Scarlet Kingdom just has a nice ring to it, you know. I think that's a Grand Line territory if I've ever heard it.
Just gonna rebrand the entire Red Line as the Scarlet Line.
Hey, I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Yeah, and then there's like the Red Port, which is like what leads up to Marie Joie. It can be the Scarlet Port, and I'm pretty sure she might not ever want to go back to Marie Joie given her backstory, but maybe there does come a time where she about that get back, and that's her prerogative, maybe. But excellent questions all around. If you guys had any more, I'd love to hear them. I had kind of spit most of mine at the beginning, but I'm thinking of a couple others right now. But the floor is y'all's. Like, any other questions you had for each other?
Vex, I got one for you.
Hey.
This is not Halloween related either, but I was curious, what has been your favorite Scarlet Pirates like team up? Or I guess like Avengers moment so far.
I thought it was absolutely crazy when we had the Cowabunga the first time around, where Dill and Lord Azrael completely just wrecked that sniper. That was a really notable moment. If it's my favorite though, I'm not sure.
That's such a good one.
If I'm being legit, like I loved seeing Davos, like adult Wisney and the Campbells just like solo that guy. Basically, that was hype as well. But I can't really count that as like a Scarlet unless you guys initiate the Campbells in as pirates, right?
Sure.
I don't think so. If anything, it'll be my labor force.
I mean,
What were you saying, Dill? Phil?
Oh, I was gonna say that I definitely liked the part 2 Cowabunga a lot more than the first one, and that's just because it didn't involve water.
Yeah. Yeah. You might be a little bit biased there as a character, but yeah, I get you. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of those types of things, and then I don't know, like I love the interactions that you guys have been having with some of the NPCs as well. Like whenever after you guys got done, obliterating all of the Rustwing Falcons in the last episode, and like Bang D Boom just lets out like a primal roar, like hoisting his like bird carcass over his head, and like Nomad Azra started doing the same thing and just like started like slapping his 2 birds together over his head, and like that was such a hype moment. I love that.
Ooh, had to go plus ultra and pick up that bird twice my size.
But yeah, that was super hype. And then I don't know, honestly, like I kind of love Russ as an NPC as well because he's just so derpy, but like with half of the stuff that he says, and some of y'all's reactions to that has just been hilarious to me. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to probably go with Cowabunga if I had to pick like a two crew member, like a duo moment. You know, that was probably like one of the sickest.
Cowabunga, dude.
And then yeah, I was gonna ask you guys if as like probably the last question that I'll ask was like, do you think that since you guys joined up with the Scarlet Pirates, your dream has changed any? And if so, how has it changed?
I know for Bang D Boom, he had no plans on being a pirate until circumstances led him there, but no regrets since joining.
Well, my current dream had to change whenever I joined the crew because it was to help Scarlet see the One Piece.
Yeah, I think your
Scarlet
previous
said one of
dream
the
was
ones
to reunite with
make
your
it
brother
done.
in arms, right?
Yes, and then once I reunited with him, it was we'll burn the world once reunited with him.
Oh wow, big yikes. I think Davos is still pretty much the same, right? Is go claim the One Piece or like be a great pirate, right?
Yeah. Hasn't changed too much. If any, maybe a slight broadening. That's about it.
What about Lord Azrael? Have his dreams adjusted whatsoever since, you know, being a part of the crew?
No, because my character's dreams are morely currently fixed on ending slavery because he experienced it himself, and just figuring out his history. And I don't think that's changed since joining the crew, and I don't think the crew has deterred that dream in any way, to be honest.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good
no.
answer then. I did think of
I
another
agree.
thing.
I think.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say it real quick. I think a good thing that our Captain Scarlet does is it gave up because I had the dream. For my character, he wants to build the world's greatest weapon or the world's largest cannon, perhaps. Now his purpose to help Scarlet become Queen of the Pirates. What better purpose for the greatest weapon in the world? So it added some more purpose to my dream. So I can say that.
Yeah, I get you. I was also thinking of just tapping into some actual SBS questions that were posed to Oda. Since we did just get an SBS that was dropped very recently and more information on all of that. But we'll do a throwback question really quick. To the non-Devil Fruit users of the crew, what do you think your ideal Devil Fruit would be? I think Bang D Boom with the pocket would be absolutely insane.
No, I think I would want Waffles Devil Fruit more. I'm going to be honest. I feel like I could make ridiculous things.
That's a pretty good answer, yeah. What about for Davos if he would get a Devil Fruit?
It's really hard. I feel like it's something in the realm of some sort of Logia, but I'm not opposed to a Paramecia either, or he's not either. But also, I don't know if he's really there yet. I guess that's mostly me above table. I don't know how much he really knows scientifically, or
yeah, but just in a fantasy world, if you could have whatever like above table, what do you think would be the top fruit for him? It could even be like a homebrew thing if you can't really think of like you. I know you said you were obsessed with orchards. What if there was like a fruit?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Me.
Pretty good. And I'll just be eating all the time, eating apples, oranges. That's the life for me.
Or like the Gol fruit. So like whenever you found the One Piece, you could like assuming that you think it's treasure, then you could use the gold as part of that would be pretty sick too, right?
Yeah, Yeah. Use it. Yeah.
You can use it as armor or as a weapon or just like I don't know. That'd be pretty sick.
Adorn yourself in his treasure. That would be a pretty crazy buff.
I know for Lord Azrael, he's probably never gonna want to eat a devil fruit because of the whole, like aquatic, side of him. But if he were, what do you think you would go with?
I was thinking about this while everybody was going. I think it's probably something that it doesn't exist, like the limb model hands.
Oh God! Just choose Robin's fruit.
Just
and then
use a
only use
Hana.
No, I don't want Robin's fruit because it can give you like multiple different people. I don't want different people. I don't want like extra legs. I just want more hands.
Yeah, but you could just choose to use it however you want.
You can only use it for hands.
I think it'd be funny if he got the arms fruit, thinking that it's like what he was saying, but it's actually guns. Like the.
Oh no, that would
That'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
That's amazing.
You can't deny the fact that would be hilarious, Ragnar.
I can finally get my arms back. 2 guns up here. This is not what I wanted.
Like, what have I done? Bro.
I gave up swimming for this.
Oh my goodness. I think the arms wouldn't be bad for Bang Di Boom either, though, right?
Oh, 1000%.
Yeah, like Baby Five's fruit, that'd be insane. So you could literally.
I should ask you this, Vex.
Right. That would be a beautiful thing, but I think it takes out some of the creativity from the act of inventing.
See, when we say these things, we're forgetting we have other crew members. So I'm going to ask you, Vex, what do you think Softy Boy would want, or Harry, right? Or even Ragnar did. What do you think they would want for fruits?
Ragnar did. I think it would be hilarious if they had like Viola's fruit or Josu's fruit. Because it's like the 2 things that we really know about Ragnarden is an extremely tough shell. But what if it couldn't get any tougher? If it was like Diamond Ragnarden. Or Viola's fruit, the Giro, like the glare. So like Ragnarden can see and communicate with anything within like, I think it's like 30 kilometers or something like that. Like Viola's fruit is absolutely cracked.
It's 3,000.
Oh wow,
It's
3,000 kilometers. Yeah. Ragnarden would be insane. The all-seeing, all-speaking, As far as Softy Boy, really interesting question. He screams to me as a Paramecia user, but I don't know if I can really think of which one off the top of my head. I would say, just because, he was able to like keep up with you blow for blow in the groggy ring, more or less. He might be more inclined for like the Riki, like Jesus Burgess's power fruit or whatever, so he can be big, strong.
Hear me out. If we gave it to Azrael, we could take over the world.
Harry, though.
Or give Aruja's fruit to Lord Azrael.
Oh well, he was talking about Nomad. He was talking about
Azrael.
Nomad Azra. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the for Harry, that's just a really good question because you guys still really don't know too much about him. Based off of his personality, though, I think he would go for, and this is not for the same reason that Sanji wants it, but the clear fruit.
Can he
Side
be
eye.
my other half?
No, he wouldn't be going for sneaking, like that. He just kind of wants to, not really be like in the spotlight or anything like that. Because remember, he used to be a captain.
If he doesn't want to be pervy with it and he doesn't want to be an assassin with it, why the fuck does he want it?
Just to disappear.
He's a shy guy.
Yeah, he was in the spotlight, and he was a captain. He had all the responsibility on him, and now he's happy just being on the sidelines and being a nobody. And I think that would probably be, I don't know. I can't think of another fruit for him. That's just the best one I thought of.
Yeah.
Maybe like
the NPCs more that were there before I arrived with the crew.
Maybe like the hair fruit. There's not like one of that, but like where you can like use your hair as a weapon or something like that. Because that's like what he's. Like, I don't know. Like, but I really can't think of a fruit for him. But it would probably be a paramecia, just because I love paramecias.
Guys, I hope y'all continue having fun. I'm about to head out.
Yeah, we're actually probably gonna
Ragnar.
probably wrap up pretty soon. But thank you for showing up. Thank you for spitting with us. It's been a blast.
I think Kama with Gladius's devil fruit, the mind fruit.
Was it the Pamu or Papu? I don't even remember. But yeah, like that fruit. The fruit could be pretty good in his hands. I think legitimately Azra, like Nomad Azra, might end up going for the arms, just based off of his personality, as over the Riki. But it would be like a bunch of like desert themed like weapons, because that's where most of his expertise is. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, he could definitely have it. You ain't walking with fruit, man. He'd be unstoppable.
But yeah, if you guys had any other questions, feel free. But if not, if we're gonna go to wrap up now, we should pick as a crew here who asked the best question.
A few more. I have some few more. We're gonna ask this one to the entire remaining Scarlet Pirates and to the DM. What has been your singular moment that you thought the campaign was going to end?
I'll answer first. When the drink was not paid for. I legitimately was like, oh god, like I was like, we gotta end session right now. Like I was immediately like, oh god, and I was like on the edge of my seat for like a full week. Like, well, I can't pull any punches. Like I like they got themselves into this world has consequences. I planned for a few different inevitabilities, and so you guys didn't necessarily have to brawl it out like the way that you did, but y'all just kept throwing attacks out, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. That was like an initiative with like over 20 people on it, and yeah, it was absolutely fucking. It was like a month.
Seconds.
Yeah, it was like over a month of just like straight combat, and like right before we even got into that and rolled initiative, whenever y'all started like chanting, like I was just like, oh, well, this has been real. like this is great. We'll can't wait for the next one. You know, I literally thought that you guys were all about to get completely wiped.
But we survived.
That's crazy. I feel that's a testament to like your DM skills, because I felt in that fight like the point of, oh shit, this is bad, is there was like a bit in the third session out of 3 of the combat where I expected one by one we would walk into the captain's quarters and just get slaughtered by him, like thinking, oh, we'll just get one person up and then we'll each get another person up, and then like getting into a chain like that, and then the captain would just like way overpower, wipe us. That was my point.
Yeah, when you were solo face to face in Shiver's captain's quarters and he just like poured you a cup of tea, I could tell you were shitting bricks, bro. Like,
yeah, I really thought it was the dude on the cliff. It was my misjudgment.
Yeah, I honestly thought Vex was going to kill me in the first session, because it made it seem like I was going to have to 3v1 these guys, and you know, obviously that was my first like D&D session ever, so I'm like, I can't fight 3 of these guys. Like, am I just a cameo? Is that what we're doing? Like, I'm just popping in for the episode? Like, I guess.
Oh my god.
I mean, you absolutely could have expired right then and there, but that's not how it played out. But like, that's the thing, is like, when I'm setting stuff up, like I planned for several inevitabilities and things like that, but no matter how many, like, I don't want to like ham fist in like a Deus Ex Machina ass pull type of thing that saves your life. If you make the series of wrong decisions or something just very unfortunate happens, there's always a chance that you could be rolling up a new character. Although I won't ever plan for that to be the main inevitability, it's always a possibility. Always.
Well, that fear is what led me to blow up the ship. So, sorry guys. I know there was some stuff that you wanted on there, but I was like, well, seems to be the only way I can get out of here.
Yeah, that was crazy. What about you, Dill? Or for Dill, or for Phil, I'm sorry, was there a moment that you just immediately thought, this is it?
I thought that it was it whenever the birds were coming out, because I thought that they were going to make a cry and there was going to be more birds.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought the bird, like, because we had no rest in between the fight, I was like, man.
So I actually called an audible because these birds did a lot more damage to a lot more of you than I thought, and some of y'all were getting downed and things like that. Because Dill was right near Bang D Boom when he did his sonic boom, I made it to where no other animals technically heard the whole scuffle. But there were a lot of other animals, and y'all are still there right now, by the way. But there are a lot of other animals in this gorge. A lot.
Yeah, I had to roll the dice with the sonic boom because, like, everybody was so low, and like, man, I need to do damage to more than one of these things. So,
but yeah, like, as far as, I don't think the stakes have ever been higher than right before the Shivers fight, whenever everything went down. Like, even still, like, because, like, legitimately, like, if it was a full-on all-out assault, instead of like it being in waves like it was, there was absolutely zero chance of you guys being, surviving. You guys could have been captured instead of like straight slaughtered, like you guys, like, and you would have like maybe had to do like a little prison break arc, and I did plan for that as well. But that's not really how it went down. But yeah, like I didn't pull any punches, that's for sure. But obviously I was rooting for you guys, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna like fudge dice or anything like that. Like I let it happen, and it could have been that some of you might not have made it out of that combat alive, but most likely they would have just captured you and put you in a prison cell. But there is definitely always the possibility of the wrongest thing happening to some of y'all, one of y'all,
It's part of the fun.
One of y'all was targeted towards Dill.
I mean, you keep beefing with like sandstorms and stuff like that. Who knows?
Hey, it's not without reason.
Yeah, I'm wondering what natural disaster you'll go after next.
I'm hoping it's another fucking sandstorm.
Oh, you're in the right place for that, let me tell you.
Yeah, that makes it convenient.
You don't want to like try a wild hurricane?
No, because I hate water. What am I gonna do to wildfire?
Cut it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, if Zoro can cut fire, I mean, I'm just saying. You think you're on his level?
Zoro post time skip can cut fire after watching Kinemon do it. Nice try.
Bruh. But yeah, I think it would be hilarious watching you try to beef with like a tornado next or something like that. Like you're like, where's all the sand? It's just wind. Like
I'm for it.
You said I'm up for it. Oh my god. Which is hilarious because in another campaign I did have them fight a tornado, but it was on fire. So that was long story. But but it's not another question. I'm just saying, like, that's stuff that I've definitely ran in campaigns before.
So for remaining crew members and for people watching, one of the downtime feats I'm trying to work on is flying strikes, which is essentially Rankaku from the Marines' powers.
It's similar, but like I think that it would be more akin to like when you see Mihawk like swinging and then shit that's like 60 feet away gets like slashed, and you could see like the green like little slash path like traveling through the air. I think that's exactly what it's akin to, is like more of a Mihawk style thing.
Well, yeah, but like the only thing that we have a name for from it is Ronkakyu. But with that, there's that Mihawk moment of him doing it. There's him doing it to the giant iceberg. There's Zoro doing it with the seppuku knife during Wano. Like that one's a cold scene. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, one of my favorites was. I think it was in Stampede. I could be wrong, but like yeah, like Fujitoro's like dropping a meteor, and then like Mihawk just like slashes it in half without even like taking a step, and like you could just see his massive like slash beam like fly through the sky. Like, it's freaking great. But yeah, like Flying Strikes is extremely clutch and will absolutely help you out in the long run. But yeah, if there was anything else that you guys wanted, then we can ask a few more questions. But we do have to decide which of the chatters asked the spiciest question here.
Oh man, do you have a spicier question?
I like Who-Man's a lot, but we had a lot of good questions from Who-Man, from Denden Kushi, and from Kev from Group 3.
I was asking Who-Man because he popped into the chat with us. So I was asking if he had any other spicy questions he wanted to throw into the pot.
I honestly think that he probably asked the spiciest yet, yeah. I really like that. We got one vote for Blinkas. My vote's definitely for Who-Man. Torimori, who are you voting for?
I think mine is Blinka's as well, with his when the last time we all broke down crying.
Oof.
I like that for the lore building, the world building rather.
So this is extremely clutch then, because Dill is the swing vote here until we hear from Ragnar. I'll message him here in a bit. But Dill, keep in mind that this means that Kev could design a bad guy for y'all to go up against if you vote for him.
See, the thing is, the only bad guy I want Kev to design is already fully designed. It's just the simple thing of importing a character sheet over. But I would have to give it to Who-Man's question of who's most and least likely to survive in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, that was my favorite question, I think, posed by far. So good shit there. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it. Now we should be yeah, it's perfect. Right at a good time for everyone to go enjoy the rest of the night, have fun, and be safe trick-or-treating, and then going to any parties that you're going to. We will be returning next week at the regular scheduled time with session 10, and I'll do a community post once we hear from Ragnar and Scarlet. Balincc wasn't here with us today, but I'll see what the rest of the people are voting for. Once I get that information, I will get in contact with whoever won, and yeah, we can be looking forward to that in the future. But again, I wanted to say thank you everybody for being here. Make sure you like these streams, share with all your friends. It means so much to us, and yeah, have a happy Halloween.
Wait, hold on. Before you end it, this is Dill. I just want to say I finally hijacked the stream. It's been a great time spending with all of you, having all the questions. Hope you all have a wonderful night.
Anyone else got anything?
Happy Halloween, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us again for a great second SBS.
Yeah, looking forward to the next one. This has been a lot of fun. Pete, you have anything you want to say?
Nothing in particular. Happy Halloween, folks.
All right, y'all, take it easy. It's been super real. We appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and